Hey there. I just wanted to let you know that next week I will be offering a free live VBAC prep workshop called Three Steps to Have an Empowered VBAC, even without a supportive provider. The two sessions will be on Wednesday, October 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The second session is Tuesday, October 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't have to attend both. You can attend either one, or you can attend both if you'd like. Again, this will be live. Some of the things I'll be covering in the workshop are how to shift from fear and doubt to confidence and empowerment when it comes to your VBAC, the power of effective communication and boundary setting, and how you can still have a strong support system even without a supportive provider. This workshop is perfect for anyone, whether you're trying to conceive or currently pregnant and preparing for a VBAC. Again, the two dates currently being offered are Wednesday, October 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Tuesday, October 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to find out more and register for one of the workshop dates, please go to thehannahgill.com/workshop. Welcome to the podcast where we get into the real and raw of pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. My name is Hannah Gill. I'm a VBAC mom, doula, and birth educator, and I help women discover their options and harness their inner power to have the experiences they desire. I'm here to support you through the ebbs and flows of these transformative years so we can have open and honest conversations about the hard, the messy, and the beautiful parts of motherhood. This is the Ebb and Flow Birth Show. Hey everyone. After a much needed break, I am back here in the flow with you all. So welcome back to the Ebb and Flow Birth Show. As many of you know, we moved. My family bought a new house and we have been in the process of moving since the beginning of August, and it has definitely been a transition. I am recording this now not from my son's closet like I used to, now from an office/playroom. So I don't have my own office, but I have a dedicated space, which I am excited about. We also just got back from a really great family vacation as well, which was a nice way to wrap up a stressful period of moving. And it was much more stressful than we were expecting it to be, but we are finally getting settled and the kids seem to be doing much better now that we are slowly getting into a routine. And we only moved about 5 minutes away from where our old house was, but now we are technically in a different city and a different school district and more out in the country. So we are excited to be on some more land than we used to be. We're on 2.5 acres now, and that feels like a lot compared to the half acre we had before. There's a really nice big barn on the property too, surrounded by big trees. So it feels like a little miniature farm, especially now that we have chickens and a rabbit. And a funny, but at the same time, not so funny thing is that we also have 2 dogs. And one of them is a German short-haired pointer, and she used to regularly bird hunt with my husband. And she actually attacked and killed one of our hens. And now the other hen is all stressed and not laying eggs. So that is something new to navigate for sure, because we've never had animals other than dogs. So we are adjusting to this farm animal life, and I'm hoping she does not get any of the other birds or animals. They are in like way they have where their coop is, and the rabbit has its little hutch, but the hens during the day would go out and walk around the yard and go into the trees or do whatever. And then they come back and sleep at night. So it was during the day when they were out and the dogs were out, because the dogs can run free on our land, that she got one of the hens, unfortunately. So the other hen is stressed right now, and I hope she starts laying eggs again. If not, we'll have to get another one. Our rooster is fine. Our rabbit's fine. Uh, so we'll see. But we are absolutely loving the new house and all the land and starting to make it feel like home. My son is having a blast riding his little John Deere tractor, his like little rideable, what do you call it, Power Wheels, through the yard and helping Scott build and do stuff around the house. And then our daughter is basically obsessed with playing in the gravel that we have, which she has always loved for some reason. We put her in the grass to play, and then she's like, nope, I'll take the rocks, please. So, another big difference with this new house is that it's 2 stories, which we are not used to anymore since our old house was a ranch. And my husband and I both grew up in 2-story houses, but it's been a while and it's not the most convenient setup, especially for cleaning and laundry purposes. But that's okay. I'll get used to it again. It's fine. um, but I do love that I finally have a desk, like I said, in a semi-dedicated office space. Even though it's technically the kids' playroom with a big desk in the corner, it's better than sitting on the couch to work or, like I said, recording the podcast in my son's closet. I feel a bit more focused and organized now that I have a dedicated space. How do I have a VBAC? This is a question I get asked a lot. Women will message me and say, I know I want to have a VBAC, but I have no idea how to prepare or how to find the resources. Well, that's exactly why I created my first steps to VBAC guide. It's called Preparing for a VBAC, your first 3 steps to an empowered birth experience. This is the guide you need if you're thinking, I don't know how to go about finding a supportive provider, or I'm not sure how to understand or process my C-section experience. If you have had questions about these things and you're wondering if you're on the right track, then you need to download this guide. I want you to go to ebbandflowbirthco.com/first steps, all one word, FIRSTSTEPS, or click the link where you're listening to this episode now. I know that getting started with VBAC prep and finding support is something a lot of women are struggling with. And I want you to have a solid foundation for your VBAC prep journey because it doesn't have to be such a stressful process. So again, go to ebbandflowbirthco.com/first steps to grab this free guide today. But I truly want to thank you guys for being so patient with me as we went through this big life change and transition of moving. It has been a bit difficult on our son because he's almost 4 and he really notices the changes. He also started a new school literally the same week we started moving. So he's really been struggling with it. And I think we're finally getting to a point where he's improving. And we have been doing our best to make it easier on him. But he's doing better. And my daughter's only 15 months old, so she's just along for the ride and doesn't really care as long as she can eat, sleep, and play in the gravel. um, During this period, I really didn't focus too much on work, especially the podcast. Like I said, this was a big hiatus for me. But all of my extra time was focused on moving and getting settled and dealing with all of that on top of work. But I didn't forget about you all. And I did, of course, brainstorm all the episodes I want to record. So my plan moving forward is to hopefully batch my episodes. So I have a bunch done ahead of time and hopefully don't have to take as big of a break like that again. I do have some awesome episodes coming up for you guys. I have an interview with Julie, who is my doula for my VBAC. So I interviewed her, and I have some Q&A question episodes coming up, and some, what else? Episodes about unmedicated birth, induction, placenta episode about placental issues and how those can be affected by cesarean and how they affect VBAC. So a lot of great episodes coming up. And of course, like always, if you have episode requests or recommendations, please just let me know. You can find me on Instagram or email. But I'm happy to be back. So happy to be back, ready to get back in a routine with recording and creating content for you guys. So thanks so much for sticking with me through this pause on the podcast. I really appreciate it. And like usual, if you need me, if you have any questions, reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, or email me. Thanks, and I'll see you guys next week. You just finished another episode of the Ebb and Flow Birth Show. For more, head over to ebbandflowbirthco.com or on Instagram at ebbandflowbirthco. As a reminder, this podcast is provided to you for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not a substitute for medical advice. Until next time, bye friends.